Hello, dear friends. This is Deep Narayan Singh. I hope all of you are doing very well. In this video discussion, we are going to see some important question based on file handling. These questions are regularly coming in your final board exam for 12th class CBSE computer science. So let us see some of the questions from file handling. So let us see. First question is, which of the following which of the following function do you use to write data in a binary format? That is what question is. Now we have some options like write function we will utilize to write in a binary format, or output function, or dump function, or send function. So we know that binary file are handled using pickle module. Okay, inside pickle module you have two functions. First one is called load function, next one is called dump function. Load function will take one argument, that is file handle, and dump function will take two argument, object to be written. Okay, and then we will write file handle. The point to remember is that dump function first argument will always be object to be written, whatever you want. So write data in a binary file, which option is correct? Dump function is correct for that one. Let us see the second question. Method of pickle module is used to read data from a binary file. So as I told, there are two functions inside the pickle module. First one is load function, that is used to read the data from the binary file, and it has only one argument, and that argument is what? File handle, that you have created through a open function. Let us see the third question. Which statement is used to retrieve the current position within a file? To know where your file pointer is inside the file, so there is a special function called tell, and that is called with the help of file handle. So tell function is going to tell you the current position of the file pointer in your file. Next, which of the following mode in a file opening statement result or generate an error if file does not exist? Let us see. So there is a plus, that is append plus read, and there you have r plus, which is read and write, and w plus, which you can read and write both. So an append and write mode, if file does not exist, it is going to create a new file. Okay, but in read mode, r plus mode, if file does not exist, it is going to create a error. Okay, so this is the answer for your fourth question. Let us see the fifth question. Is the process of converting Python object hierarchy into byte stream so that it can be written into a file. Python object hierarchy into the byte stream. So this process is called what? Pickling, and sometime we call it serialization also. Okay, so pickling, while you put data inside a file, that is called what? Pickling. Okay, next question is, name the function to read from the CSV file. So there is a special function to read from the CSV file, that is called reader function. Read line, and read lines, these three functions are to read from text file. Load function is used to read from binary file. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. This reader function is defined inside CSV module. Okay, let us move ahead to the next question. What is the default delimiter for the CSV files? So comma is the default delimiter. Default delimiter is what? Which is going to separate the records inside the CSV file, that is what? Comma. Okay, let us move to the next question. Here we have, what if we do not specify the file mode while opening a file? File will be opened in which mode? So by default it is opened in read mode. If you are not specifying any mode inside the open function takes two argument, file name, and next one is mode in which you want to open the file. There is a other arguments also like new line, but we will discuss it later in other questions. For now, you keep in mind these two important parameters for this open function. So mode, if you are not going to specify, by default it is going to take a read mode. Which statement is used to retrieve the current position in the file? Repeated question. Tell function is going to tell where your current file pointer is inside the file. Let us see the next question. In the next file, each line is terminated by a special character, then blank and written as. Let us see the question. So each line is terminated by what? End of line character, and it is written as /n. So this option is correct. Here what will come? EOL. Here what will come? /n. Okay, EOF is another character that is called end of file. /l is nothing like /l there. So this /n is a new line character. Let us see the 11th one. Another name to the file object is file pointer or file handle or file reference. So file handle is the correct answer. File object is what? It is also called file handle, file pointer or file reference. So it is also called file pointer, or we can also call it file reference. Okay, with the help of this we are going to perform all the operation in the file. Let us see the next question. Name the module required for the text files. CSV module, pickle module, string module, or no module required. So for handling the text files, we do not require any module. Read lines function returns list of characters or list of integers or list of lines or a string. So the answer is list of lines. It will return a list of lines, and these lines are in the form of string. How come they know from where new line is starting? Because each line at the end has the new line character inside the text file, because in text files information are stored in the formatted manner. So this is the formatting information, where line is ending, where file is ending, or information is stored inside the ASCII values or Unicode characters. Okay, fine. So read lines. What are the methods available to read from a text file? 3 methods. Read, okay, that is going to return you a string, or read line, that is also going to return a string to you, but only one line at a time. But read lines will read the whole file in one go and return a list of lines like this, where each line is in the form of string. Let us see the 14th question. Which method is used to write list of strings in a file? Okay, list of strings, how can you write inside the files? So for that purpose you have write lines function. Which function you have? Write lines, to write the list of string inside the file. Okay, so write lines function is available for you inside the text file. Let us see 15th question. With which method is used to break the link of file object and file on the disk? So the file pointer is like, it creates a link between your program and the file on the disk. So this is like creating a buffer between your disk and your file. So all the writing and reading work will be done through this file pointer only. So this is called what? File pointer or file handle or file reference, and this is created through open function. This is your main program, python program.py file, which is running in the memory. Let us see the options. So there is a function called close. Fourth option is correct. Close function is going to terminate or break this link between your disk and the file pointer. Let us see the next question. Which type of file stores information in the form of ASCII or Unicode characters? So CSV files, text files, both CSV and text files, or binary files. So here CSV file and text file both are going to store the information in the form of ASCII or Unicode characters. Let us see the 17th question. Which function is used to force the content of the buffer into the storage? So sometime there is content inside the internal buffer memory. So which function is going to force that content to the disk? The function name is what? Flush. That is called through file pointer. So you will write like file handle or file pointer dot plus. It is going to push all the content which is in the internal buffer to the disk storage or inside the file which is stored on the disk. To open a file for reading, which of the following statement can be used? So these are the 4 options for reading purpose. I told you already, if you do not specify any mode here, what is going to happen? It is going to take read mode by default. So this is allowed. And for text files, read mode can also be written as RT. This is also allowed. And you can also skip T, only R if you can specify for the text file, then also it works. So all of the above will be the correct answer for this question. Which of the following is the correct syntax to read from file using a load function? Let us see the options. Load function, pickle.load, file handle, that is also fine, but object, one more syntax is given. So object equal to load dot pickle, no, load will come, pickle is a module and load is a function. So pickle dot load will be the correct. So B cannot be the answer. Then all of the above cannot be the answer. There you can go for C. Object you will write equal to pickle dot load equal to inside that one argument of the load function, that is file handle. Question number 20 is the process of reading from a binary file. So reading is called what? Unpickling. Pickling is what? Writing into the binary file. Okay, converting Python object hierarchy into bit stream, that is called what? Pickling. And reconstructing the Python object from the bit stream, that is called unpickling. And also deserialization. And pickling is called what? Serialization. Let us go to the question number 21. Syntax of seek function in Python, my file.seek offset reference point. Sometime it is also called what? From what? From what position? So reference point, where my file is the file object. What is the default value of the reference point? The default value for the reference point is what? 0, which tells which places to the reference pointer to the beginning of the file. And a reference point or from what will have 3 values, like it can have 0, 1 and 2. 0 is going to set the reference point to the beginning. Okay, 1 is going to set to the reference point, that is current position. Current position. And then you have one more value for the reference point, that is 2. It is going to set the reference point end of the file. Okay, so these 3 values are allowed. For this question, answer is what? 0. The character that separates the value in CSV file is called what? Delimiter it is called, and by default it is comma. So character that is used to separate the values inside the CSV file is called what? Delimiter. The file mode to open a CSV file for reading as well as writing is, you can do reading and as well as writing both inside the CSV file. You can use R plus mode. For CSV file you are not going to use B, only for binary file you are going to use B. W cannot be used for reading, and R plus V you cannot write like this. So R plus. So this is the correct answer for 23rd question. To conceal the EOL translation in CSV file while writing the data, argument used in the open function is what? Let us see the options. So we will specify the new line character there. So there is extra argument to the open function which we can provide new line, like open is a function. Here you have what? File name. Okay, and mode. After that what you will give? New line character which you are masking. Okay, so here you can give new line character like this. So this extra argument is for end of line translation. Let us see, every record in CSV file is stored in reader object in the form of list using which method? So there is a method called reader method which is used to store all the records in a CSV file in the form of list into the reader object. Next, CSV stands for, it is stand for comma separated values. So comma separated values, B is the correct answer. A function allows to write a single record into each row in a CSV file. Okay, single record in a each row of a CSV file, that is what? Write row function. Which one is that? Right row function. So these are some important questions from the file handling part. I hope you people are preparing very well. Thank you very much for patient listening. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel if it is going to help you. That's it in this video. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.